Welcome to the game site of Global Mobile. There are 5 departments: management, marketing, logistics, personnel and finance. On the left we see an inbox where messages can appear. There's feedback for every department, and based on the general reserve you'll find the ranking down here. You start every round by reading the market information. This can be accessed by clicking on the image. The information for the test round can be found in the competition guide. You can download the competition guide from Downloads. Please read your competition guide carefully before beginning the test round. In the competition guide you will find a description of your company, a balance sheet, profit and loss statement and information about the market in which you are competing. You'll find the starting situation of a round in graphs. When you click on a graph, a table appears. When you position your mouse over a word in the table, an explanation of the economical term will appear on the screen. We start making our decisions at the Department of Marketing. After looking in the graphs, the information about the prices in the market and the sales promotion and your market share, you can go to decisions by clicking on this button. Here you can fill in the decisions for the Connect for the wholesale market and the Connect for the retail market. We have already filled in our decisions for the sales price, sales promotion and sales estimate for the Connect on the wholesale market and the Connect on the retail market. On the basis of the competition guide, we estimate sales of 17,000 pieces of the Connect on the wholesale market. Of course, when you choose a different sales price and sales promotion, you have to adjust your sales estimate accordingly. Please take note that we use the comma as a thousandth separator and the point as a decimal separator. After you've filled in your decisions, you can make a pre-calculation with a calculation module. We click on the calculation button and the pre-calculation appears. We can see our remaining available budget. We also get financial advice from the accountant. Please read this very carefully. Furthermore, we can find our estimated sales and turnover for the wholesale market and the retail market and an estimated profit and loss statement. Of course, our results are not only dependent on our own decisions and our own sales estimate, but also on the decisions of our competition and the way the market develops. So the final results will only be known after the processing of the round. We can now close the pre-calculation and send our decisions. Then we go to the next department, and that's logistics. You can first have a look at the stock of goods from the Connect and the stock parts, and on the basis of this information you can make your decisions. Please also keep a good eye on your production capacity. The machines will be depreciated and you have to buy new machines whenever necessary. We go to the decisions and here we can fill in our decisions for logistics. We then use the calculation button to see a pre-calculation of our stocks. Again, this is calculated on the basis of our decisions and the sales estimate we have made at marketing. We can see the stock of goods of Connect, the parts of Connect and the production capacity at the end of the round. We can now close the pre-calculation, send our decisions and go to the next department. Global Mobile does not employ production staff. If necessary, the company will use temporary staff. We can now go to Finance and have a short look at our profit and loss statement, the balance sheet and the gross turnover. This information is also depicted in the competition guide. We can have a look at our profit and loss statement. We can see our total turnover, the production costs, other costs like supply cost and transport costs. We have interest that we have to pay on the money that we have loaned. And of course we have to pay corporate tax. When we look at the balance sheet, we can see the amount of money we have on the bank and the current account credit with the bank. Furthermore, we have financing space. There's credit space at the bank of more than 4 million. We can now take our decisions and have a closer look at our available budget and our total expenses that we have to pay in advance. The available budget consists of the money that is in our bank account, the surplus that we have from money we get from the debtors minus the money we still have to pay to our creditors. There's corporate tax that we have to pay, and there's credit space at the bank. Our expenses in advance consist of the sales promotion, that's the decisions we have made at marketing, the expenses of the wages for the temporary personnel, and expenses in the purchases of the parts. Here you can fill in how you are going to pay the total expenses in advance. Firstly, we have to use the money that we have on our bank account as much as possible, because we gain zero interest on that. To find out which amount we have to withdraw from our current account credit from the bank, we have to take into account the amount of money that we still get from our debtors minus the money we still have to pay to our creditors, and the corporate tax we have to pay. Looking at our calculation model, we can see a pre-calculated profit and loss and balance. We can now send our decisions and go back to management to check if all the decisions of the departments have been sent correctly. Here we can find an overview of the decisions from the test round. We can see the decisions from marketing, logistics and finance. At the departments, the decisions can always be changed and saved. This will be possible until the deadline of a round. The last decision sent is the one that will be saved. This concludes our instruction video on how to take your decisions. If you still have questions, please send an email to helpdesk@bizzgames.nl.